Hello everyone, I'm Woman International Master Knarik and I'm using the chesswithknarik.com website to record this video. In this video, we will see another position where simplifying to a pawn endgame is going to be good for us. Let's see. Here, because if we look at this position again, we have our king that's not so safe. If we just allow white to play, white is going to start checking with the queen and capturing even pawns with checks, and that's not going to be good for us. And so let's try to trade queens and win this endgame. Now, of course, we can try to win just by, we can try to trade just by sacrificing the pawn that's on c5 by pushing it to c4, because here if okay, the only move that white has in this position is to capture with a check, which means that we're forced to capture, and anyways we want to capture, but here we're going to play a bit longer game where we're trying to win, and we will be able to win because black has an advantage here. We're going to try to win with our pass pawn that's on c4. With the help of our rook, of course, we can attack the bishop and try to promote that pawn, and of course try to activate our king as well in order to be able to do this. But it's going to take some time. Now, is there a faster way for us to be able to win this? Try to maybe trade everything, even the rooks and the bishop, the rook and the bishop plus the queens, and reach an endgame that's very simple for us to win. Just by pushing the pawn we can promote. Let's see how we can do that. If we start with a rook sacrifice, if we sacrifice from g3 with a check, here, what should white play? White's only move is to capture with the bishop. Of course, here, I don't want to delay trading queens for later. I don't want to capture the bishop and then try to trade later, because here it's again going to be too late, because white is again going to start with the checks and we won't be able to stop them. The least white is going to have is a perpetual check, or white at least is going to capture a few pawns before while checking. So we don't want that, but we will try to go back. And instead of capturing the bishop right away, maybe we can do some in-between moves and then capture that bishop. And we have to keep in mind that when we capture that bishop, it's going to be good for us because we will be closer to promote and getting further away from the white king. Now, let's see. What if now we do this trade? We said that we tried this before when we hadn't sacrificed our rook yet. What if we try this trade now, trading the queen by sacrificing this pawn on c4 as well? Here, with this check, again, white has no legal moves to do except capturing with the queen with a check, which means that here we must trade. We must trade, and white is capturing. And here, when we capture the bishop that's on g3, the square of our pass pawn is going to be, if we draw the square of the pass pawn, we talked about the square of the pass pawn in different videos. The square of a pass pawn is when we draw a diagonal in the direction of the promotion rank, okay, and the direction of the opponent's king, and try to create a square with our pawn. And if the opponent's king can enter that square, it meant that the opponent could stop our pawn from promoting, but here white cannot enter this square, and no matter what the white plays, we will be able to promote to a queen and win this game. So going back to the initial position, let's see here, then the simplest way for us to win was trying to go to a pawn endgame and using this pass pawn to promote and win without any trouble, without allowing white to do any checks or any perpetuals. And even if it meant that we had to sacrifice the exchange that we had more, that allowed us to win the game in a much simpler way in this position.